I did not know what else that was going on behind my back because she was not saying any other thing to me. She was not updating me, not until I started opening up to her about the issue on ground and the threats I'm getting from my husband concerning the things I gave to the pastor and the ministry.
Mm.
That was when she also had to pick up courage and opened up to me that the pastor have been sleeping with her,
Jesus Christ.
inviting her to different.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Please, can you speak out? What is your name?
My name is Mrs. Gladys Okonkwo.
Gladys. Okay, Gladys, how are you doing?
Mm, I'm just here, just living.
All right, Mrs. Gladys, before I go into details why I invited you down to this place, I would first of all appreciate you for honoring my invitation. Thank you very much for coming. Please, do you know this young man here?
Yes, I do.
Who is he to you?
I met him at the church where I used to go for prayers.
For real?
Yes, so.
Okay, that means I know you don't know this person. This person is younger sister to him. Understand? And there is an issue she brought to my table that led to me inviting the brother then down to you. What is this issue? She came to us and she started by telling us what is going on between her brother and one pastor. She said that her brother was doing so well in his business. Understand? He's doing so well, taking care of her and the rest of the family. That in fact that he's like a father they are seeing right now. Not until they met this pastor. They went to this pastor church. Then the pastor talked to them. The bottom line of everything the pastor told them that very day is about seed sowing, about how to sow seed. Understand? Then the pastor asked the young man to sow a seed, that they should sow a seed that will cost them something. A seed that after sowing it, they will know that something left them. She said that when they go home, they started thinking on what they are going to use as this seed sowing. The brother said he's going to use his car. The sister said no, that he just got this car, that he should just use money. The brother insisted and said that it is only the car that he will give out, that he will feel that something left him. And he gave out that car. The sister said this thing did not stop there. It didn't stop there. That the brother went ahead to use the only piece of land he bought that he wants to use for a building project. He used it to sow seed to this very man of God. And other monetary sowing of seed, other money that he has been giving to the man. So many things. She said that it got to a time that they hardly feed. As this very moment they are, they hardly see something to eat because the brother has given out virtually everything he has to this pastor. And she said that the way this thing is going, that she's suspecting that the brother is not doing this thing with his clear eye. In fact, that his brother is not doing it with his clear eye, that something is behind it. She said that she saw our program online and she watched a particular video. Then the thing hit to her that this is a similar thing happening to her brother. This program is where a guy gave 2 plots of their land to a woman of God, not knowing that the woman used spell on that guy to give her this land. But thank God we were able to recover that one. She said that was the program she watched that made her to email us. So after telling us everything, she says she's not here to confirm if the brother is doing this thing with his clear eye or not. That the brother is not doing it with his clear eye. The only what she wants is for my seer to just confirm. So after telling us this story, I invited my seer into it. Sorry, behind her here is my seer, who by grace of God, he sees secret and deep things. And he also know when someone is telling lies. Be you who. So when Messiah got into it, Messiah said that sowing of seed given to the church is not a crime. But so many pastors, prophetess, prophets is using that as an avenue to steal from their members. After then, he said we should invite the brother, that he want to hear this story from the guy's mouth. I collected her brother's number and I called him and he came down to this place. When he came, I told him what the sister said and asked him, how true is this thing? The young man said, yes, that everything the sister said is nothing but the truth. Then he went further to narrate to us how a friend invited him to this church. As the church was going on, the pastor said to him that something big is about to happen to him, that there is a big miracle coming his way, that he should wait to see him after the service. And the young man waited. And after the service, he went to see this pastor, and the pastor told him that there is a very huge miracle coming his way. There is something God wants to do in his life that he needs to sow seed towards. So he asked him that he should sow seed, a seed that will cost him something. The young man said he went home, he checked, what is this thing I'm going to give her that will cost me so much, that will make me feel that something left my body? And he decided to give his car. He said, according to him, that this car, he just got it 2 months before this thing started happening. Then he gave out the car. And the pastor told him that in 6 months' time, that he's going to get that car times two of that car. But now is a year plus and nothing to show for it. Instead of getting richer, he's going down by down. Like from 100, he's going down to 0. He said he went to this pastor and complained that look at what is happening, that nothing is happening. The pastor still told him that the church wants to expand the ministry, that if he wants this thing to happen ASAP, quick, that he have to give sow another seed. And there he said, according to him, he said that there is this land he purchased, that when he wanted to buy this land, he told the pastor, and the pastor prayed about this land. That when the pastor said he should use that land to sow a seed, let me be brief. Then the young man, because he believed the pastor and because God's name is involved, he decided to give the land to the church. He said that before then he has been sending money to this pastor, 500, 200, 750,000, depend on how his spirit led him, just to support the pastor. He said he believed this pastor because he sounds so genuine and sure. But after doing all this and after all these sacrifices he has been giving to this church, there is nothing to show for it. Instead of things to be getting better, it's getting worse and worse. That he was forced one day to go and meet this pastor and told him that, pastor, look at what is going on, that he doesn't understand. That as he is now, he used to control 30 million in his shop, 20 million, but now he cannot boast of 1 million naira worth of goods in his shop. And this pastor told him that he should calm down, that there are some certain things God is doing that he is not seeing. He said the pastor told him the same story. Then he left this church. As he was going out of the church, then he met this lady crying. His mind said he should go home. The other mind said no, that he should go and meet this woman to know what is going on, why she's crying. Then he went to this lady who told him that the pastor has collected everything she has. After telling us all this story, I invited Messiah into it. And Messiah said that truly, because we wanted to find out if what this young man was doing, so if he's doing it with his clear eye. Messiah said yes, that he gave everything he gave to the church with his clear eye. But what the pastor was doing was to brainwash, that he brainwashed his members. After brainwashing you in the name of God, He will ask you to sow seed. He will collect your property and the rest of anything he can collect from you. That is what he's doing. Then he went ahead and said, but that we need to invite this woman. That he wants to hear this story. That he wants another person to come and tell him something about this pastor before he will know what to say about it. I asked him to give me the lady's number. He gave me the number and I called. It happens to be you. So, sister, please, without wasting anybody's time, I want you to tell us this pastor they are talking about. Have you had an encounter with him before?
Hmm. Yes, I have.
Okay, what is this encounter you have with this pastor? Just tell us your own side of the story. What you know about this very pastor they both talked about.
Hmm. Well, um, I don't know much about the pastor, but how I met him was when I had problems with childbirth,
Okay,
with giving birth,
okay,
because I've been married for over 3 years plus, and
okay,
my in laws are putting serious pressure on me.
okay,
So, after so many medical tests here and there, medically they confirmed I'm okay.
okay.
Then I decided to maybe give it a trial, that it's either is a spiritual problem or I don't know what the problem is, because medically I have been
You
okay. I've
okay?
been,
They said you are okay.
yes, they
Okay,
said I'm okay.
all right.
So that was how I met this pastor. I went to prayers, and after praying for me, I went for his counseling sections.
Okay,
I explained my problems to him and I told him how it's about spoiling and breaking up my marriage.
okay,
So after talking with him, after he prayed for me, he then said that I know that for me to get something from God, I have to also give something in return.
for real.
Yes,
Okay,
that was what he said to me.
all right.
And on the other hand, once you are desperate to get something, you want to do everything possible to make sure you get what you want. Let it be that the fault is not from you or anything is not holding you back.
Yeah.
I listened to him and I said to myself, okay, if I have these things he's talking about, why won't I give it for my own child, for my own happiness, and for
Okay,
me to get have a child of my own, and
okay,
at least make my in-laws give me peace of mind and make myself happy and keep my marriage.
okay,
So after I went for the first counseling section with him, he prayed and everything. That period, there was a certain amount of money my husband sent to me to do some projects for him.
okay,
Then I now said, well, it's is a child we're talking about, and the happiness will come to both I and my husband.
okay,
I had to go and withdraw that money and I gave it to the pastor. I told him that that was all I had, and I wanted to give it to God so that he can see how serious I am and
okay.
see how desperate I am to
Have
have
a
a
child.
child of my own.
Okay.
That was the first seed I
So,
sowed.
okay,
Then subsequently, I was coming for prayers, I was coming for counseling in the church. I will always go and meet him and explain to him that this is what I'm passing through in the hands of my in-laws, because my husband is not here, but his siblings and his mother always come to the house to pressure me, to torment me, to
okay,
disturb my life,
okay,
to insult me.
okay,
So after explaining everything, he'll always tell me that it is well, that God will do something, there will be a turnaround, that there will be surprise, God will shut their mouths. After so many stories, everything, I came for the second time. He still told me that I have to still sow more seed, that I have not given something that will shake God. I said,
Almost.
no problem. As long as it shakes God and I get my happiness at the end of everything, I don't mind giving it all.
Okay,
This time around was the car my husband sent down to me, because I have been complaining to him how I jump buses and taxi, and plus the transportation is becoming more expensive. So it's
Okay.
better he gets me a car
Okay.
and I can be managing myself with it.
Okay.
So after much pleading and much debating from his family, which they didn't want him to even send the car to me.
Okay.
After everything, he sent the car down to me.
Okay.
I brought the car to the pastor and I asked him to pray and bless the car for me. That
Okay.
my husband sent me a
Okay.
car after he prayed and told God to distract him so that he wouldn't listen to his family, to his siblings and his
Mm.
mother, and send me the car.
Okay.
So the pastor prayed and blessed the car. Then I came for counseling. That was after 3 days. I brought the car to his
Mm.
ministry for him
Mm.
to bless the car for me.
Okay.
Then he told me that he had a dream where God revealed to him that I still have to do something that will shake mountains, something that will push God to know that yes, I am serious
Okay.
with
Mm.
having my own
Child.
child. I
Okay.
now asked him that, please, Pastor, did God reveal to you the direction on,
What to
because
sow?
on what to sow, because I don't know what else to sow. He said
Hey.
yes, that God said I got a gift recently, and that gift is very, very important to me.
Okay.
And it is something very dear to me that I have to give. I
Okay.
said, Pastor, could it be that is the car my husband brought for me? He said, well, if that is what my mind is telling me, that
That's
is the
what it.
revelation and that
Okay.
is what it is.
Okay.
I had a second thought. I said, "Ah, I know how I begged for this car. I know how I suffered before this car
Him.
came. So why would God tell me to release the car
Eh,
that I suffered to get?"
Abraham.
On a second thought, I said, well, it happened in the Bible. So maybe when I give the car, God will have a change of mind and return it back to me.
Okay.
That was how I decided to release the
Okay.
car to the church.
Okay.
And I brought the car to the church and gave it to the pastor.
Okay.
I kept on going for prayers endlessly. I go for prayers, Wednesday prayers, Monday prayers. I kept on going for prayers endlessly. I did not give up. I kept on going for counseling. I was always updating the pastors. This was minus the tithes, the offerings, and the pledges I give in the ministry. If they have things to do, I contribute just to make sure that everything is going well and the fault is not from me.
Okay. To summarize all this thing, the very day this young man said he saw you in the church crying, what happened? Let's just summarize it.
Hmm. Well, the day he saw me in the church crying was a day before that, the day I came to the church.
Okay.
I called, it was becoming too much. I had to speak to someone.
Okay.
I had to open up to my husband and
Okay.
tell him what I have been going through and what I have been doing.
Okay.
And I explained everything to him, and my husband didn't take it funny. In fact, my marriage is on the verge of break, if it has not even broken up, because my husband threatened that I should make sure I get everything I gave to that pastor the same way I took it to him. I should make sure I get it back, and after doing that I should pick my things and go back to my father's house, because he didn't see any reason why I should fall into such trap and without his knowledge do things that I did. So I went to the pastor and explained to him and told him that, see, my marriage is breaking up, and see the threats I'm receiving from my
Husband.
husband. All he said to me was that, let's pray. It is well. It
Mm.
is well. And after that time, I will come to the church. I will not see him. Even the
Mm.
counseling sections doesn't hold anymore. I will call him and call him. He will busy my call. Sometimes he will tell me he's busy, that he went for family
Liberation.
liberation. He will call me back. This one, I am tired, because in fact, I have given up. I don't know what to do, because how do I get those things back? What do I tell my husband?
Okay, so that was why you were crying every day.
Yes.
All right. Mercy, confront. Come. Mercy, do you hear this story?
Yes, I did.
Do you have anything to say about it?
Well, I don't really have anything to say about it because I thought as much that
Hey.
something like this has everything to do with the pastor.
Omo, I don't hear story today. Things are happening. Hey, bro, do you hear the story?
Yes, I heard everything she said.
Omo, okay, no problem. People, you guys have heard this story. Hey, things are really happening. Like things, deep things. But without wasting anybody's time, I want to bring Sia into it. Let's hear what Sia has to say this time concerning this very issue. Sia biko ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị ahụ isi m mee ka ọ bịa ebe afọ ya bụ Gladys, ọ bịagokwen. M wee kọrọ ya ihe Mercy kwuru na nwanne ya nwoke kọrọ anyị, wee jụọ ya kee eziokwu ka asị, ọ sị m na eziokwu. M wee jụọ ya ka ihe na-eme n'etiti ya mere n'etiti ya na ya bụ onye ozi Chukwu. O wee sị m na ihe bugakwara ya ebe ahụ bụ na ọ nụgo di ọtụtụ afọ mana ọ mụbe nwa. Ụmụnne di ya na nne di ya wee kporo ọkụ kpuo ya n'arụ na-achị ọkụ maka na ọ mụbe nwa. Na ọ bụrụ na ọ chọrọ ịmụrụ nwa ha nwoke nwa, ya kwara ngwongwo ya naba. Nwata nwaanyị a wee were maka ya bụ ihe ka ọ hafụ isi na ọnụnụ di na nwunye ọ na-ana wee naba. O wee gaa ụlọ ọgwụ. Ndị ụlọ ọgwụ wee sị ya na ihe niile zuru oke na-arụ ya ịmụwu nwa. O wee sị na ya bụ ihe nwere ike ịbụ na aka dị na ya bụ ihe ọ nọ mmụọ na-eme. O wee sị ka ọ gaa ụlọ nzukọ o ji wee gaa na nke pastọ ọ na-ekwu okwu ya. Na afta ka emechara ekpere akachara ụka mbọsị ahụ, o wee gaa ịfụ ya bụ onye ozi Chukwu wee kọchara ya ihe na-eme na ndụ ya. Ya bụ onye ozi Chukwu wee gwa ya na ihe niile ga-adị mma, na ihe mere bụ na ọ ga-akụ mkpụrụ n'ụlọ nsọ ya bụ Chukwu. O wee si ekeghe bụ ihe o wee gwa ya na ọ ga-akụnata mkpụrụ ga-ewepụ ya ife n'arụ. O wee sị na oge ahụ na o wee ego di ya zitere ya ọ ga-eji wee tinye na ihe di ya na-eme. Ọ sịkwa na di ya nọrọ n'obodo a na ọ n'obodo oyibo. O wee were ya bụ ego wee gaa chụọ àjà n'ụlọ nsọ Chukwu. O were ya bụ ego nye ya bụ pastọ. Nke ahụ aga pastọ ekpere sị ya na ihe niile ga-adị mma na ọ ga-amụ nwa nke ya. Ọ sịkwa na ka ụbọchị na-aga na otu abụghị ezi, na o nwere ihe chenji, na o nwere ihe na-eme. O wee bụrụ nwaanyị na-achọ nwa, na igosi na nwa ọ na-achọ dị ya mkpa, na onye ọbụla na-achọ ihe dị oke mkpa na ọ na-eme ihe niile. O wee gakwukwere ya bụ pastọ wee kọrọ ya bụ ihe. Pastọ asị ya nọ maka na ọ chụbere àjà nke kpatụtarụ Chineke, kpatụtarụ Chukwu, na o kwesịrị ịchụ àjà ga-akpatụta Chukwu ga-emetụta ya. O wee sị pastọ kee ihe bụ ihe ahụ. Pastọ wee gwa ya na ọ nọ na nlọ, ọ bụrụ moto ka o ji wee chụọ ya bụ àjà. Mana ọ sị na tupu ya bụ ihe eme na DSN gotere ya moto zitere ya ọ ga-eji wee na-enyere ndị aka. Ana o bukwere ya bụ moto gaa na nke onye ozi Chukwu ahụ ekpe ekpere n'elu ya bụ moto tupu ọ gwa ya na ọ ga-eji ya bụ moto chụọ àjà. Nwaanyị sị maka na ọ na-achọ nwa ana ọ chọkwara na ịmụ nwa nke ya, na ya mere o ji wee were ya bụ moto wee gaa chụọ àjà. Mana ka o mechara ihe a, otu abụghị ezi, ihe ka na-ebe na ihe a megide na ọ marọzi ihe ọ ga-eme. M wee sị ya bigo ka anyị gbuo ya bụ okwu nkenke. Na mbọsị nwatakịrị nwoke a fụrụ ya na ya bụ ụlọ nsọ Chukwu ọ na-ebe akwa ka ihe merụnụ. Ọ sị m na abalị fotere ụbọchị ahụ na ya bụ ihe emegidego ka nkụ, ọ marọzi ihe ọ ga-eme. O wee kọrụ di ya bụ ihe. Di ya wee bewa mba na-etikasị. wee sị ya na ọ malụ ka o si were ya bụ ihe ma ego ma moto bụ ihe ya bụ onye ozi Chukwu ya ga-anata ya bụ ihe, and ka ọ na-anata ya bụ ihe ya kwara ngwongwo ya niile si na bịa nawa n'ọnụchago. Nọọ ya mere o ji wee gaa na ya bụ ụka wee bewa akwa. Ọ sị na ugbu a na ọ na-akpọ ya bụ onye ozi Chukwu na fon ọ dị epik kọọlụ ya. Ọ kpọkwa anya ụfọdụ ọ sị na ọ gara ịrụ ọrụ ezinụlọ nke ọzọ. Wee sị gị biko dododo na etufuru oge ọbụla nebagodo anya na ya bụ ihe ka ị gwa anyị ihe i were ikwu n'okwu a. Ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Okay, Sia wants to say something. Sia biko gaa n'ilu gwa m ihe ịchọpụta, ana m ege ntị.
A sịkwa na ọkwa na onye mmiri fụrụ ụkwụ ya ka ọ na-eri.
Sia said it is only person that the sea saw his leg that he got drawn, that if the liver did not see your leg, nothing will happen to you. Sia ana m ege ntị ihe ị na-ekwu.
Maka na ọ bụ na ndị a n'ofu ebe ya bụ pastọ ama ndị na-asafe isi na-anarụ ha akụ ha niile.
He said if you people were on your own, that this pastor wouldn't have seen you guys to brainwash you guys to take everything you people has. See ya na m ege ntị ihe ị na-ekwu.
Ọ maka na onye ọbụla na-achọ ebe a ga-emeri ya American Wonder bụ ihe melụ ha ji adabanye n'ụdịrị ọnọdụ dị otu a.
See, I say it is because you all are looking for miracle. Fast. You want everything to happen now. That is the reason why you people fall into this temptation. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Maka na anya bụ nwaanyị uche ya kakwa na-egwu ya n'otu anya na di ya na-anọrọ. Di ya n'obodo oyibo. Na onwe ike ọ bụrụ nya bụ ihe melụ na ọka rọmụọ nwa maka na anya na di ya anara afụ kwa mgbe.
See, I said your mind should have told you that maybe it might be because you are not together with your husband, that you people are not meeting as husband and wife on daily basis, that it might be the reason why you have no child. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Mana ife mele emego.
Okay.
Alapụ iji na akwa mmadụ ụta.
Okay. See, I said what happened has happened. Let's not start blaming anybody. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
N'ife anyị achọbazi bụ usoro a ga-eji wee mee ihe niile ka ọ dị mma.
Okay, see, I said the only thing we should be looking for is how to go about this whole issue. Ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Ya bụ pastọ a na-ekwu maka ya. A ga-afụnwu ya.
Okay, my sister said this pastor you guys are talking about, can we see this pastor?
Yes, we can. We can see him.
can see that man.
There should
I've been
be a
calling
way
him for
out.
this. He's not been taking my calls.
For real?
Yes.
He's not taking your.
He's not been taking my calls.
Okay, all right. So you believe, but you guys have his number, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. What will happen is that you guys will give me his number. You have his number, right?
I have his number. There is even I have a friend that I also took to the ministry.
You took the person to the ministry.
Yes,
Okay.
she has been single for so many years and she keeps getting disappointments from men, and she's working, she's okay, she's humble, she has good character. So she wanted to know what the problem was, and I told her I have this ministry where I go to for prayers and counseling, and it seems that God is really working with the man.
Okay.
That was how I invited her for a counseling section one of the days I was going for counseling, and I went with her. I did not know what else that was going on behind my back because she was not saying any other thing to me. She was not updating me, not until I started opening up to her about the issue on ground and the threats I'm getting from my husband concerning the things I gave to the pastor and the ministry. That was when she also had to pick up courage and opened up to me that the pastor have been sleeping with her,
Jesus Christ.
inviting her to different hotels and telling her that maybe through him God will have mercy on her
By sleeping with her.
It is
Hey, hey, hey.
stories.
All right. First of all, give me the pastor's number. Yeah? Give me the pastor's number.
I'm very sure if we keep going on and on, there will be so many other people with the same experience.
You even have the pastor's number offhand.
Of course, because I have been troubled. I have been troubled. What do I tell my husband?
No problem. Don't worry. MC Abiko, ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị enyego m nọmba ya bụ onye ozi Chukwu. Mana o wee ihe o kwuru na-egwu mmụọ m. Nwee sị ka m nyọọ gị ka mma ka ị ga-ere m aka na ya bụ ihe. Ọ sịkwa na o wee otu eyi ya nwaanyị ọkpọ ya gaa ya bụ ụlọ nsọ Chukwu. Na ya bụ enyi nwaanyị ahụ bụ ezigbo mmadụ na-akpa ezigbo agwa. Na ọ bụrụ onye ọjọọ mana ihe kọrọ ya bụ na ọ nụbeghị di. O wee kpọrọ ya gaa na ya bụ ụlọ ụka meet ya bụ pastọ. Ọ sị na ihe meweziri n'etiti ya bụ nwata nwaanyị na ya bụ pastọ na ọmarọzi. Wee ruo mgbe ya wabido wee gwawa ya bụ enyi ya nwaanyị na ihe na-eme na ihe di ya na-agwụ ya. Ya bụ enyi ya nwaanyị wee mepee ọnụ kọwaziere ya ka ya bụ pastọ ji wee na-edini ya na-asị ya na site na ndini ya na ọ ga-eweta di ga-anụ ya. Wee sị gị biko na aga m alaiki ka mmalụ ka ya ga-afụ ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị tupu anyị afụ onye ozi Chukwu a. Ihe m na-ayọ gị bụ ka ihe m ikekele biko ama m n'ezigbo oke asị onye ozi Chukwu ahụ bịa mana ọ bụ na ị ga-emewuru m nke a obi ga-adị m mma na achọrọ m iwe mmadụ ịbụọ ọ ịtọ. Anyị ewego mmadụ ịbụọ ewezie m onye ịtọ ọzọ ga-ekwukwa okwu a ka anyị mara na anyị ji ihe n'aka. Akwụkwọ nsọ zikwa na ebe mmadụ ịbụọ ọ mmadụ ịtọ gbakọrọ ọnụ na ihe na-eme ebe ahụ. Biko nebagodo ya na ya bụ ihe gwa m ihe ị chọrọ ikwu.
Ya bụ okwu o nwere ajọ ife dị na ya.
Okay.
Maka na ọ ga-abụkwazi ihe mmụta
Okay.
dịlụ ndị ọzọ. Maka na enwere ndị ga na-agabiga ihe dị otu a mana fa amarọ ka ha ga-esi kwuo. Ya bụ gaba n'ilu kpọta ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị ka anyị nụgodi onu ya wee malụ ihe ọ gabiga n'aka ya bụ onye amụma.
Okay. Sia said there is no problem with what I requested for. He said I should go ahead to invite this lady down to this place so that let's hear what she passed through in the hands of this man of God. Or more things they happen. So sister, please, can you give me this your girlfriend's number you talked about? Just give me her number. Omo. Hey! Mbosi ikpe ga-adịkwa egwu n'igwe. Ama m na iji kelewo ịza ajụjụ onwe gị. Do you hear my song? The judgment day will be, how would I describe it? It will be full of mystery on that day when we get to heaven. I hope you are prepared to answer to yourself. No problem. Without wasting anybody's time, I'm going to invite this young lady down to this place to come and tell us her own side of the story before we go ahead to invite this young man down to this place. You guys have watched this chapter and you've seen what it is all about. Please, I want you to share this video. Click on the share button. Make it go viral for the world to watch and learn. Things are happening. You heard her story. You heard her story. Please share this video. Other women need to watch the video and learn. I'm telling you the truth. At the same time, you stay tuned as I invite the other lady to come down to this place to come and tell us her own side of the story. Thank you.